Hey guys, Silly Tuck here. I'm trying to just kind of get an episode out here quick. I'm expecting company here in like really short time, so without further ado, let's just get into it. We're gonna open things up with Paul Heyman and Tommy Dreamer. And Paul's talking to Tommy. He's like, "Tommy, do you really want to do this? Do you really want to put like your career on the line?" And Tommy says, "Paul, you know me. When I say I want to do something, I want to do something, and I want to stick to this. So appreciate your concern, but I gotta do what I gotta do." And Paul's like, "All right, man. Best of luck to you." We move into a segment where Little Guido goes to Italy to try to find his inner self. And he's like walking down the streets. He's like eating a pizza or something, just Italian stereotypes. Guido's trying to figure out what's wrong with him in the FBI. The Hardy Brothers make their debut. They beat Doug Furnas and Phil Lafont, the Can-Am Express. Yeah, they beat them. Good stuff overall. The Hardys doing really well. Jeff's in-ring is really fucking good. He's not as good as Matt, but Matt's more over than him. They showed excellent chemistry together. Overall, a really good match. I'm really excited to have the Hardys here. So backstage, we see Jerry Lynn and Bam Bam. They're hanging out. They're buddies now. When Just Incredible and Mike Awesome approach them, and they start throwing some insults at our world champion, talking about how little he is, versus Mike Awesome. And Bam Bam gets in between Jerry Lynn and the other two, and Bam Bam says, "If you've got a problem with Jerry, you've got a problem with me. Now, do you two have a problem with me?" Incredible looks at Bam Bam, and he looks at Awesome, and he says, "Do you know who this is? This is Mike fucking Awesome. This man will tear through you like your butter, Bam Bam. So I think the question is, do you have a problem with us?" And Bam Bam looks at Mike Awesome. He looks at Credible, and he says, "Yeah, I do." So, tensions here, flaring, backstage DCW. These guys take an exception to Jerry Lynn as world champion. Especially Mike Awesome, probably, because Mike Awesome's a big fucking lad, 7 feet tall. And you can't teach that. Shane Douglas grabs a mic, and he cuts a promo on Sabu, telling Sabu, "Sabu, you may have beaten me, but this isn't over. It's never over. Until I say, 'cause I'm the franchise." So yeah, Shane Douglas cuts a fucking unhinged promo. He's crazy, and he's telling Sabu, this is not over. This is not the end. We get a match between Balls Mahoney and Tracy Smothers. Balls defeats Tracy in about 548, with a Michinoku driver. Good stuff overall. Good performances from Balls. Good performance from Balls. Tracy Smothers did okay as well. Sandman cuts a promo, and Sandman wants William Regal. He says, before you take on Taz at Hardcore Heatwave, or not Hardcore Heatwave, just Heatwave, I want you, Regal. I want to get my hands on your pompous, arrogant ass, and I want to cane the shit out of you. And Woman says, "So what do you say, Regal? Are you man enough to face the man of ECW? The Sandman of ECW, if you will?" Sabu makes his way to the ring for his main event match. And it's against a buddy of Shane Douglas's, Lance Storm. But Sabu's able to pick up the victory in about 16 minutes by pinfall with a triple jump moonsault. Really, really good match. Very, very proud of that. And overall, the show gets a 61C. So now that I can pretty much cut myself off at any time, I can talk a little bit more about the show. And I'm sorry that that was a weird little rundown really quick. But I needed to do that, like I said, because I'm expecting company here in about 10 minutes maybe-ish. I'm not really sure when they'll get here. But we can look at some stuff here if you want. Actually, not even that much to look at. But anyways, yeah. Overall, with this show, the Hardys match, they really stun LaFont and Furnas. Like, they come out of nowhere with their crazy-ass offense. They get really, really popular with the crowd. They don't do super crazy shit, like high-level Hardy stuff, but they get close, you know what I mean? They start doing some... Jeff does, like, a swanton through a table to end the match or something like that. And Matt is Matt, pre-broken, so he's pretty average. He's probably a better worker, but, like, he's not very interesting, if that makes sense. The Balls Smothers match is just a brawl. Smothers bringing his old school Southern hard knocks brawling against Balls' psychopath, I'm gonna hit you with every single weapon I possibly can style of brawling. Sabu Lance Storm revolves around Sabu's high-flying offense taking on Storm's quick technical offense. And Sabu finally ramping up the pace a little bit too much for Storm, where his holds start to weaken a little bit, and he's able to take control. Sabu is. So last week you can see our viewership is down a little bit, but that's okay. You know what I mean? That's understandable. The TV shows haven't been as good, but that's just because I think our main events have been a little bit disappointing. This one was all right. Why did that show actually get such a low rating? I guess just in general, the lower ratings of it between these two. And then here we had kind of a semi-disappointing main event. I'm really interested in why, like, Sabu and Storm don't really do that well together in matches. Like, this is what they got there last time, and, like, Lance was nowhere near as popular as he was. Sabu was kind of doing his own thing. That was back in February. So, kind of weird, kind of confusing. The Guido goes to Italy skit, like, it's Guido, like, he's in, like, a gondola. Is that Italy? I don't even know if that's Italy. But he's, like, eating pizza. He's, like, talking to some people. He's like, do you know the FBI? And they're like, what the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, the FBI. And they're like, no, fuck off. And he's like, oh no. So Guido, he's in Italy. He's looking to find himself. Has he found himself? Well, it doesn't seem like it, because he hasn't come back yet. He's still going to be in Italy next episode, so maybe we'll get a more in-depth adventure from Little Guido's trips to Italy, trying to find his inner full-blooded Italian. The confrontation here between Awesome, Credible, Bam Bam, and Lynn sets up a bit of a tag feud just for the minute. Seeing Bam Bam and Jerry, newly rekindled friendship after a little bit of stress put on it by the title match, as they take on Incredibly Awesome, the Incredibly Awesome Alliance. Oh, what do I like better? The Incredibly Awesome Alliance sounds way cooler, in my opinion. What do you guys think? Overall, though, Douglas's proclamation of "this isn't over." I think I hinted at it last week. I think I basically flat out said it last week. It's not over. So yeah, overall, good stuff from the show. I know this episode's a little bit shorter than usual, but like I said, I needed to rush something out. I'm so sorry that I couldn't take the time and do this properly, but I wanted to get this recorded because I just got it booked, and like I might forget ideas or something like that. And so I'm sorry about that, but I did my best to kind of draw it out. I know we're only going to clock in probably around 9 minutes. But I did my best, and I hope you guys can understand that. I'll make sure that whatever next episode is just a normal episode. I'll record it a better time. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Silly Tuck, signing out.